initiation into his new life as 21 plus. Monday morning, December 15th, 1941, Dan was working in his yard when a pickup truck pulled into the driveway. "Hello," cried the driver. "Are you Reverend Phillips?" "Why, yes, I am," was the surprised reply. "What's on your mind?" "Well, Reverend, a gentleman came into our station this morning and paid for a service job for your car and paid me to come tell you." "Oh, yes," he said, "to tell you to be there exactly at 1 o'clock. With that, the truck sped away. At 1 o'clock promptly, Dan pulled his old car into the service station and an attendant waved him through the doors and onto the grease rack. As he got out of the car and turned to walk away, a familiar voice said, "If you would like a place to sit down while you wait, there's a nice bench over in the corner. This is my car on the other rack, and I'm going to sit over there." Hardly had they gotten seated when Mr. 35 asked, "Do you know anything about the town of K?" Now, they don't have the complete names, they just have initials here, so anyways, that's why I said K, because that's all that's here. "Just a very little. Would you be willing to move to the town of C and pastor a church there?" Dan's surprise was more than he could keep back. How could a federal agent have anything to do with the placing of a pastor? "If that is where I best serve God and my country, I am ready to go." "Then listen carefully," said 35, and his voice showed his seriousness. "It is pretty certain that we are going to build an ammunition plant halfway between K and C. It will be the most powerful explosive in existence, and both our enemies and our so-called friends will be trying to get in on our secrets. We're going to need a man nearby who can circulate among the people without arousing suspicion and can keep us informed about things there. I have been ordered to transfer immediately and begin getting ready for the visitors we know will soon be coming." "But," interrupted Dan, "how can I get called to a church there? I can't just go and ask for it, can I?" 35 smiled. "That's where I meddle in church affairs. I was in C yesterday looking around, and I attended a church there that does not have a pastor. After the service, the leaders told me they would like to have an aggressive young man. I told them I happened to know such a man and would tell their district superintendent. They very innocently gave me his name and phone number. 'Do you know Dr. D?' 'Oh, yes,' came the answer. 'We are good friends.' 'Okay, get ready. I'm sure he will contact you in a few days. Oh, and see, my car is ready. I must go.' At the approach of the attendant, he extended his hand and shook Dan, saying, 'It's certainly been a pleasure to meet you, Reverend Phillips, and I deeply appreciate our conversation.' On the way home, Dan tried to plan what he would say to Lori and how he would explain their sudden move. That evening, when they were alone, he said, 'Lori, I have something important to tell you, and I hope you will cooperate without asking too many questions. I heard today that the church in the town of C is out of a pastor and that I have been recommended to Dr. D. I have a feeling he is going to ask me to take it and move as soon as possible. I think I should, and hope you feel the same way.'" Lori was quiet for a few seconds, then said, "Dan, I will go with you wherever the Lord sends you. I'll try and get ready." Tuesday dawned, and Dan wasn't surprised to get the call from Dr. D. By 2 o'clock, he was at his home, and by 4 o'clock, the plans had been completed. The church in C had been notified, and Dan and Lori began to plan to move. By early Friday morning, a truck was loaded, and by late noon, they were on their way to a new pastorate. Dan's mind was filled with guesses as to what the future held for him in service to his country. He did not have long to wonder.